I'm guaranteed to give you what you need. One blood, everybody like Junior Reed. Wake up every morning, yo, I must succeed. Nationwide rockers make the world stampede. Yo, Willie, make we roll some man charge. Now I must proceed. Yo, we about to make moves, set speed. Beast to make me fight Q-tip, Ali Shaheed. Watch me out like Apollo Creed. Body, making you just feed off dynamic flows and take heed. Need more information, homeboy, than just read. Hey, you can read all about the pure breed. Do the noble dance, my duty, let my seed. When I step up in the place, then yo, I step correct. I got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. I got you all in check. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air and never disrespect. I got you all in check. How dare you ever try to step on my suede shoes? Top Gun shut down your firm like Tom Cruise. Please let me get down and blow a fuse. Acting fool, breaking way down to molecules. Yo, let me hit you with my ill street blues. Bust the rhymes, always headlines, the street news. Hey, baby girl, don't be confused. Sail by 7 seats and enjoy my boat cruise. I know you really wanna know who's coming through, leaving residues. Sorry, homeboy, but your flow sound used. Got to pay your dues, baby, you know the rules. Whenever I travel the world, I land cruise. If you choose to, how you get. Now I got you on super unleaded fuels. Give me room, give me some space, your excuse. When I step up in the place, then yo, I step correct. But I got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. But I got you all in check. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. But I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air and never disrespect. But I got you all in check.
You're now rocking with the best. Bust the rhymes coming through from the Flipmode squad. Boy Scouts who I be, straight to your dome. We coming straight to your dome, bringing all you ruckus to all you rap. Boy Scouts who I be, Flipmode is the squid dog. Bust the rhymes, break it down like this.
Yo, which, throw my flow. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Throw them type right out my window. Blast you with a direct blow. Coming through like G.I. Joe. Star Wars moving ill like Han Solo. Make you bounce around like this was Calypso. Always shine cause I got the high pro glow. You think that you can hide, you think you can lay low. Roll up on your eye like Hawaii 5-0. Mac out with my dreads in my Kango. Forget them, just pass the. Yo, take a trip down to Mexico. Come back with that might make you psycho. Maximum frequency studio stereo. Sorry, this is it, but homeboy, I got to go. So I got step up in the place and yo, I step correct. Got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. I got you all in check. Hey, you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air and never disrespect. Cause I got you all in check. Hey, yo, yo, hey.
Living on the edge and finding out it's kinda dumb. Realize I am somebody that I don't know at all. Oh God, would you tell me why I'm worn down to the bone? Even though I've only seen half of the world, I'm coming home. Hanging on the hope, I'm losing grip of time and space. Mind is running circles over something I can't change. I've looked, I've tried, no one told me when it wrong. Am I feeling all the feelings, or am I just going numb? Oh me, oh my, would you look in my eyes? We laugh or cry just to feel alive. Oh, no time for living a lie. Oh, time flies, so don't blink twice.
Tried everything I thought that I may need. I've been trying to catch my breath since I was 17. I've hurt, I've cried,
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. Coming up, a terrific matchup to decide who represents the NFC in the Super Bowl. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Settle in. We think we've got a good one. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He fields it at the 8. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. From the shotgun, they'll throw to get this one started. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Ready, set. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
They'll run, and here's Raheem Blackshear. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Panthers 60, Panthers 60.
And movement up front. And that's our first time tonight to check in with our referee.
Okay.
So after the 5 yards walked off, it is third down and 8.
19, Tiger, 19, 18, 5 in.
Back to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him, take him down behind the line.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
He'll drop to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
And the Panthers first down.
Give up the middle to Taylor. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? Once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. Third down, coming up.
Let's go.
Throwing now from the gun. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
First down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 4.
Bronco 80.
They'll look to throw. That's to the right side and caught by Bowers. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. Now for the point after. No problem with the footing. The kick is good. Panthers will take the early advantage. They lead 7-0 in this NFC title game. Is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, here comes Shakir. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
Ready, break! Ready!
Begin with a zone read. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's second down.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
18, come.
Now they'll set up to throw. He's got the Golden Domer. That's Michael Mayer. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. His first catch of this NFC Championship game, good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run here with Brown. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Panther up. Here we go. Shot. 70 Lions.
1 quarter down, 3 to go on the road to the Super Bowl. The Panthers off to the early advantage. And we're back in Philly in a moment.
Ready, set.
So, from the 37, here's second and a couple.
Come on. Ready.
Now Brown. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
70 Lions.
A loss of 2 yards.
Mustang 19.
And 5.
Ready.
On third down. He is hit before he can get rid of it. And down he goes.
And we've seen this time and time again. When this guy is in a groove like he is here, I mean, he's impossible to block. I mean, the offensive line, they've got to come up with a better plan to slow him down, or he's going to completely wreck this game.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down.
Here we go. Nice, Viking 18.
Out of the gun, he'll throw, and he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush that leads to a turnover on down. A give, running right, it's Taylor. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 7. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. They get 20 on the connection. It's good for a Panther first down.
Go!
On the give, this is Taylor. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9.
Okay, break.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's second and 9.
Ready.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's a short one. Caught by Bowers. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a third down and 4.
19. Let's go now.
On third down, here's a run by Taylor. He stopped at the 11, but that is enough. A first down picked up as they are getting close. First and 10.
First down, Carolina.
Ready.
On first down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And this time, they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's second down.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase.
And he's in. Touchdown, Carolina. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. Now Prater to tack on the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Come on. Set. Cowboy.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
Ready. 19, 18, Pioneer.
He'll look to throw. Moving to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Trap 60, trap 60.
He dives, and what a catch for the first down. 19 yards on the gain, and that's good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
70, Hawk 70. Ready.
They'll look to throw yet again. That's made there. That's Smith.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. They knew it was coming, and they ended up holding them to just a short gain.
48-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. That'll be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Really nice play here by the strong safety, and what's unique about this player is the position that he's playing makes him have to play deep coverage like we saw here, but also at times be able to get down in the box and be an...
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
Touchdown, Carolina.
And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
On the return, here comes Shakir. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A dive and a catch. Incredible. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here as the clock stops. 50 seconds to play until halftime.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
To the air now on first and 10. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 2.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now. Like, he just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
On first down, they'll start with Taylor. The defense coming hard, trying to force the safety. He's able to get it out, but to the 2, and no further. Second and 10.
Let's go now.
They go right back to Taylor. And some good blocking, springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to third down. So, we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Both of these teams hoping to be the ones to lift the George Halas Trophy. Quarter number 3 of the NFC title game underway. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10.
60.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the run to the right. First down throw there is incomplete.
The name of the game in the league is to score points. And there's a lot of different ways to do it. You can run it, you can throw it, you can do it in big chunks, you can do it in sustained drives. There's a lot of ways to operate as an offense, but right now, if they don't find a way to start scoring some points, there's just not a lot of paths to victory in the NFL.
That's caught left side by Ingram. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up third and 3.
Let's go.
They'll throw out of the gun. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
Mustang 19. Cougar 19.
They'll look to throw again. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and a yard.
Second and 1. At the
Let's go.
On the ground, it's Brown. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
He'll drop to throw. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. He's to the 15, and he will get into the end zone. Michael Mayer, touchdown Philadelphia. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready up. Here we go.
He'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. Into space. He's inside the 30. And he is gone. 71 yards. Touchdown, Carolina. Prater on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Panthers will extend this third-quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Shakir. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
Let's go now. 60. Hey, check that. Street. Ready.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll air it out down the middle. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there.
Ready.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
79 Broncos. Viking 18. 19 tight.
Back to throw. Open down the field is Mayer, the tight end. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
Now, 60 Eagles. 70 Ranger. Ready.
Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. And he can't get away. Down he goes. Back to the 16. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
At the 16-yard line.
18, Pioneer.
They'll look to throw. Finding his tight end there. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
19.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short game.
Now they'll set up to throw. He's got it at the 3. And they will get the conversion. He's tackled down near the goal line. So it's not a touchdown, but it will be 1st and goal. Brown. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's 2nd down.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. On comes Patterson for the PAT. He's got it. And the Eagles are able to edge a bit closer. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
On the jump. No. Ready.
Now a give running left with Taylor. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Rolling right. He'll tuck it and take off. And he's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the first down. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 70, Timberwolf.
1 quarter remains in the NFC Championship game. This is the NFL Playoffs on EA Sports.
Come on.
4th quarter commences. It's a run by Taylor. He gets free. Still going. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Carolina. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Down. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
2nd and 18 at the 27-yard line.
Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
So at this point in the game, Mike, offensively, I think for the offensive coordinator and the quarterback and everyone, they're just trying to build on something. Can you generate an explosive play? Can you bring just a little bit of energy to the huddle and to the sideline? Because throughout most of this game, not a whole lot's gone right.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Flush to his right, and he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield, and now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
And I think that's the sign of a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's already got 2 picks on the day. Certainly doesn't want to throw a 3rd, so good decision. Just throw it away.
Ready? 19, Tiger.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He gets that complete to his tight end man. And he's going to have the Eagles 1st down. They convert in style there. Big play on 4th and long.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
At 79 Broncos. 60 Bearcats. 6. Ready.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 20.
Get it. Bronco.
Throwing now from the gun. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game. Like, it just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles. 6 go.
He'll look to throw. That's hard. And he will score. Michael Mayer. Touchdown, Philadelphia. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And that kick goes out of bounds right away, and that is a big mistake because that ball's going to be marked beyond the 40-yard line.
Pat to 60. Pat.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. We don't want to risk an incompletion now. They convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up the down.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down.
19, Tiger, 19.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll try and get there on the ground. And they'll wind up getting about half of what they needed, but not nearly enough for a first down. It's 4th down.
Sometimes it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you. And here's one of those examples. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this first down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the first down marker, sets up 4th down.
The Panthers going to turn things over to the field goal unit. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. Raiders kick is good. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot. Your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here able to put that one through.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
26-yard line.
Panther 11. Stephanie. 18 cards.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, Nick, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, There's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Back to the air once more on second down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
Cowboy 80.
Over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as this defense can't come up with the play they needed. They surrender a gain of 17 on fourth down. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll look to throw yet again. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Michael Mayer, the tight end, was targeted with that one. And it'll bring up second down.
Let's go. Let's go.
Back to the air one more time. Now a shot here, deep middle. That is hard. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here, and the clock will stop with 45 seconds left in the game. From the 1-yard line, first down and goal.
Come on. Check. Ready.
They'll go with the sneak. Looking to squeeze into a crease somewhere. Did not break the play. They're going to mark them short. Here now, second down and goal.
Down. Steady.
Now a handoff, the tight end in the running game. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
They'll try to pick this up with a run, and he's not going to get in. The decision to go for two doesn't pay off, unable to cut any further into the deficit. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Let's go now.
They'll give this one to Taylor, running right. And he'll be taken down. We'll see if they want to use that final timeout or not. Things are pretty much spoken for. They face second down and 7. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. The Panthers will take their first timeout. The clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Here we go.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40.
Go.
Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So this one a win for the visiting Panthers. As their fans will celebrate, they claim the George Halas Trophy, champions of the NFC.